le café? Oui, monsieur. C'est tout? Oui, monsieur.
Well, I'm just speechless. And at lunch. Wild chicken. I didn't know it was ever wild. Gosh, I had no idea that people live like this, right out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean.
Sugar?
Thanks.
1.
3. I know it's a big load for a little teacup to carry. All right, I'm a hick. You know so many American words. Do you know what a hick is?
A hick is one who lives in a stick.
Sticks, plural, the sticks.
Hardly. The sticks. I remember now.
Emil, how long did it take you to build up a plantation like this?
I came to the Pacific when I was a young man.
Is it true that all these planets on these islands, are they all running away from something?
Who is not running away from something? There are fugitives everywhere. Paris, New York, even in Small Rock.
Where?
Where you come from?
Oh, Little Rock.
Oh, Little Rock. I remember now. You know fugitives there?
Oh, I'll show you a picture of a Little Rock fugitive. I got this clipping from my mother today.
Ensign Nellie Forbush, Arkansas's own Florence Nightingale.
Oh, that was written by Mrs. Lee, the social editor. She went to school with my mother. To read her, you'd think I was practically the most important nurse in the entire Navy, and that it was only a matter of time before I became Lady Admiral.
In this picture, you do not look much like a Lady Admiral.
Oh, that was taken before I knew what rain, heat, and mud could do to your disposition. But it isn't raining today. Gosh, it's beautiful here. Just look at that yellow sun. You know, I don't think it's the underworld like everyone else does. I just can't work myself up to get that low. Do you think I'm crazy too? They all do over at Fleet Hospital. You know what they call me? Knucklehead Nellie. I suppose I am, but I can't help it.
pretty hot here.
It can get hot in Arkansas, too.
Ah, yes.
Uh-huh.
I have many books here. Marcel Proust, Andre Guy. Did you study French at school?
Oh, yeah.
Ah, then you can read French.
No, but I can conjugate a few verbs. I bet you read a lot.
Out here, one becomes hungry to learn everything. Not to miss anything. Not to let anything good pass by.
Yes?
One waits so long for what is good, and when at last it comes, one cannot risk to lose. So one must speak and act quickly, even if it seems almost foolish to be so quick. Nellie, I know it is only 2 weeks. The dinner at your officer's club. Do you remember?
Yes, I remember.
And that's the way things happen sometimes, isn't it, Nellie?
Yes, it is.
So enchanted evening. You may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across the crowd. And somehow you know even then, that somehow you'll see her again and again. Some enchanting evening, someone may be laughing. You may hear her laughing across the crowd. And night after night, as strange as it seems, the sound of her laughter will sing in her dreams. Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons, wise men never try. Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, when you feel her call you across the crowd, and fly to her side, and make her your own. For all through your life you may dream all alone. Once you have found her, never let her go. Once you have found her, never let her I am older than you. If we have children, when I die, they will be growing up. You could afford to take them to America, if you like. Think about it.
Super. Visite, mademoiselle Elise. Won't you see?
My Jeep. Oh, my Jeep. Gosh, thank you, Henry. I'm on duty in 10 minutes.
Before you leave, Nellie, I want to tell you something. A while ago, you asked me a question. Why did I leave France?
Oh, Emil, that was none of my business.
But I want to tell you. I had to leave France. I killed her.
Why'd you kill him?
He was a wicked man, a bully. Everyone in our village was glad to see him die. It was not to my discredit. Do you believe me, Nellie?
You have just told me that you killed a man, and that it's all right. I hardly know you, but yet I know it's all right.
Thank you, Nellie. Do you like our place?
Oh, yes.
You will think.
I will think.
Lipstick. 3 lumps of sugar in this little cup. La 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 la. Ah, bien.
Bravo, Papa.
Merci, monsieur.
Nous sommes très bien assis.
Ah, oui.
Tiens, Papa. Tiens, Papa. Dis-moi, pourquoi la vie est belle?
Dites-moi, pourquoi la vie est gaie? Dites-moi, pourquoi j'aime mademoiselle? Parce que, mais Bloody Mary is the girl I love. Bloody Mary is the girl I love. Now ain't that too dark? Her skin is tender as a baseball glove. Her skin is tender as a baseball glove. Her skin is tender as a baseball glove. Now ain't that too dark?
Hello, GI. Grass good, very sexy. Send home Chicago to sexy sweetheart. You like, you buy. Hey, where do you go? Cheapskate. Coming, GI. Sam, Jerky, George.
Sound good, Mary.
What is good?
Tell him he's a stingy CV.
Stingy CV. That's good?
That's great, Mary. You're learning fast.
Stingy CV. I learn fast. Pretty soon I talk English as good as any coming Marine. Stingy CV.
Bloody Mary's chewing beetle nuts. She is always chewing beetle nuts. Bloody Mary's chewing beetle nuts, and she don't use them so dead. Now ain't that too dark?
What is that thing?
It's a head. $50.
What's it made of?
Made out of head. It's real human.
What makes it so small?
Shrunk. Only way to keep human at is to shrink 'em.
No thanks.
Grass good. Send home Chicago to sexy sweetheart. She make whip like this. Oh, what's wrong with you?
Here you are, Sweatso. Put them down, Professor. These beautiful grass skirts were made by myself, the professor here, and 3 other students. Navy construction engineers. And half the time it takes your native work to make them. See? No stretch. Look them over, sweetie pie, and give me your price.
Look at this shirt.
Take it up with the manager.
Hey, big dealer Luther Billis.
What can I do for you, my boy? What's the trouble?
Look at this shirt.
Bill's Laundry is not responsible for minor burns and tears. So what do you say, Sweatso? What am I offering?
All hands sewn.
Gee, that's mighty fine work.
You hear that? You can probably sell these to the chumps for $5, maybe $6 a piece. Now, what do you say I'll give you the whole bunch for $80?
I'll give you $10.
$10?
Not enough?
You're darn well right, not enough.
Then you darn well keep 'em.
You look here, Dragon Lady. You gave me an order. Hey, what's that you got there? Boar's tooth bracelet? Where'd you get that? Over there in Belly High?
You like?
bracelet made out of a single boar's tooth. They cut the tooth from a boar's mouth in a huge ceremonial over there in Valley High. For any souvenir in the South Pacific, you can pick up as valuable as this one. What do you want for it, Mary?
$100.
$100? That's cheap. I have to be asking for more.
I don't see how she can turn him off for that.
I make you a special offer, big dealer. I trade you boar's tooth bracelet for all grass skirts.
It's a deal.
Wait a minute. It's no deal till you throw in something for good luck.
Okay, what do you want me to throw in?
$100. Good luck.
It's not every day you run across one of these. They're scarce as hen's teeth.
They're bigger, too.
That darn Valley High. Why's it gonna be off limits? You can get everything over there. Bracelets, shrunken heads, old ivory, young French women. Knock it off. I'm talking about souvenirs.
So is he.
You got to get a boat and get over there. I'm feeling held down again. I need to take a trip.
But only officers can sign off boats.
I'll get a boat, all right. I'll latch on to some officer who's got some imagination. Would like to see that boar's tooth ceremony as much as I do. What a ceremony. Dancing, drinking, everything.
You big phony. We all know why you want to go to Valley High.
Why?
Because the French planners stuck all their young women over there, but they heard us GIs come. That's why. It ain't boar's teeth, it's women.
It is boar's teeth. Anyway.
We got sunlight on the sand, we got light on the sea. We got pickles and bananas, you can pick right off the tree. We got volleyball and ping pong and a lot of dandy games. What ain't we got? We ain't got days. We got the hitches from home, we got movies, we got shows. We got speeches from the skipper and advice from Tokyo Rose. We get letters just with perfume, we get Tuesday from the stone. What don't we get? You know darn well.
You've got nothing to put on a clean white suit for. What we need is what there is no substitute for.
There is nothing like a day. Nothing in the world. There is nothing you can name that is anything like a day. We feel restless, we feel blue, we feel lonely and free. We feel every kind of feeling but the feeling of relief. Hungry as a wolf out when he red riding hood. What don't we feel? We all feel good.
Lots of things in life are beautiful, but brother, there is one particular thing that isn't that in any way, shape, or form like any other.
There is nothing like a day. Nothing in the world. There is nothing you can name that is anything like a day. Nothing else is built the same. Nothing in the world.
As the soft and wavy grain, like the silhouette of a day.
There is absolutely nothing like the frame of a day.
1, 2, 3, 4, get I'm so tired. Can I rest for? Come on, Grieser, pick it up. Oh, Luther.
Yes, Miss Forbush?
Have you done what you promised?
Yes, Miss Forbush. I did a lot last night. Oh, you don't have to open it here.
Oh, Luther. You do beautiful work. You even done the pleats of my short.
Pleats ain't hard. You better run along now and catch up with your game.
Pleats are very hard. How do you do such delicate work? At night and in the dark.
There was a moon.
There was a
A full
worry over things that they have not.
The things they got. There is nothing you can name that is anything like a day. There are no books like a day, and nothing looks like a day. There are no drinks like a day, and nothing thinks like a day, and nothing acts like a day, or attracts like a day. There ain't a thing that's wrong with any man here that can't be cured by putting him in a gooey Roman
Hello?
Hello?
You make trouble for me?
Huh?
Are you the crummy manager?
No, I'm even crummier than that. I'm a lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
You tell me.
Hi, Lieutenant. You on the rock?
Just came in on that PBY.
Yeah, we're from.
Little island south of Marie Louise.
Then you've been up where they use real bullets.
Hey, Lieutenant. You sexy man.
Thanks, you're looking pretty fit yourself.
He's so sexy.
Who's she?
She's Tonkinese. Used to work for a French plant.
French planes are stingy seabees.
Say, do you know a French planter named Tibet?
Emile Debet? Yeah, I think it's the guy that lives on top of that hill. Why, you know him?
No, but I'm going to.
Hey, Lieutenant. Real human head. You got sweetheart? Send home Chicago to sexy sweetheart.
No, she's a Philadelphia girl. I don't think.
What's Philadelphia mean? No sexy? You like I give you free.
Free? You never give me anything free.
You know sexy like Lieutenant. Take.
No thanks. Where'd you get that anyway?
Valley High.
Bills, there's Rose.
Valley High is that island over there with the two volcanoes. Officers can get launches and go over there.
Valley High? What does that mean?
Valley High mean I'm your special island. Mean here am I. Valley High is your special island, Lieutenant. I know. You hear I call to you? Listen.
I hear the sound of the wind and the waves. But that's all.
You know hear something? Listen.
I think I hear something.
Shut your big mouth.
Hear a voice? Most people live on a lonely island, lost in the middle of a foggy sea. Most people long for another island, one where they know they would like to be. Valley High may call you any night, any day. Your heart
of all the young women running around over there. But you being an officer, you couldn't get a lodge. I'd even be willing to requisition a vote for it. What do you say, Lieutenant? I may call you any night, any day. In your heart, you'll hear it call you. Come away, come away. Lieutenant?
No.
I see what you mean. Being off limits and all, it would take a lot of persuading to get me to go over there. But another thing goes on over there. The ceremony of the boar's tooth. After they kill the boar, they pass around some of that coconut liquor. And women dance. And everybody gets to know everybody pretty well. It's just a little tribal ceremony. Primitive, but astonishing. And I just thought you being up with the shooting war for such a long time without getting any recreation, I thought you might be interested.
I am. But right now, I've got to report to the island commander.
Oh, I see. Professor, take the lieutenant up to the trucks.
Professor?
That's because he went to college. Did you go to college?
Yes.
Yeah, where?
A place in New Jersey.
Rutgers?
No, Princeton.
Oh, folks got money, eh, Lieutenant? Oh, there's nothing to be ashamed of. We understand. Say, you want to hear the professor give you some language? What do you want to hear? Latin? Grecian? Oh, give him some Latin.
Rectius, vives, Licini,
Ain't that beautiful?
Semper, Altum, Segundo, Dom Salas.
Now, Lieutenant, what did he say?
Afraid I haven't the slightest idea.
What's the matter? Didn't you graduate? Take the lieutenant up to the trucks.
Aye, aye.
You'll never be captain.
There she is, sir. You are causing an economic revolution on this island. The French planters can't find a native to pick a coconut or milk a cow because you're paying them 10 times as much to make those ridiculous grass skirts.
French planters, stingy seabees, like you, crummy captain.
Whoa! Sir, may I make a suggestion, sir?
Who are you?
Billis, sir. Luther Billis. The natives cannot go back to American farms, sir. The need for grass skirts can be run by us seabees.
Dressmakers! Do you mean to tell me that the seabees of the United States Navy are now a bunch
If
of...
you don't like the idea, sir, we can drop it right here, sir. Just pretend I never brought it up.
Luther Billis.
Yes, sir.
Nothing. I was just making a mental note. I want to be sure not to forget your name. I want to see you pick up every last scrap of this paraphernalia now. And for the last time, carry it way down there, beyond that fence, off Navy property.
Come on, everybody. Take all this stuff and throw it over that fence.
Yeah, take it way down there, off Navy property.
You go too.
All right, Lieutenant. Thank you.
Lieutenant, who are you anyway?
Lieutenant Joseph Cable, sir. Just flew in that PDY.
Joyride?
No, sir. Orders.
A Marine under orders to me.
Yes, sir.
I'm Captain Brack.
How do you do, sir?
This is Commander Harbison, my executive officer. Lieutenant? Well, what's this all about anyway?
My colonel feels all these islands are in danger because none of us have been getting first-hand intelligence. And what we need is a Coast Watch.
Coast Watch?
A man with the radio, hiding out on one of those Jap-held islands. We could watch for Jap ships when they start down the bottom end, down this way.
What do you think, Bill?
Well, our pilots could do a heck of a lot to Jap convoys with information like that.
You'd have to sneak this man ashore at night from submarines.
Yes, sir.
Who's going to do it?
Well, sir, I've been elected.
You've got quite an assignment, son.
Just how long do you think you'll last down there, sending out messages before the Japs find you?
I think I'd be okay if I took someone with me who knew the territory. Headquarters has found out there's a French civilian here, Used to have a plantation on Louis Island.
Marie Louise, that's a good spot. It's right on the bottom there.
What's this Frenchman's name?
Quebec. Emile Quebec.
Cable, meet me in my office in about half an hour.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Bill. Maybe we'll get into this war yet.
So did you tell those guys at the shop to stop making those grass skirts?
Sure. It just turned out one of these. What do you think of it?
That don't look like a shrunken head. Looks like an old orange. It was shoe polish.
Well, that's what it is.
Take it back to the shop and tell them to try again. I've ordered a dried up human head. I want a human head. Dried up. Baby, here it comes. Don't change your expression, Lieutenant. Just act like we're talking casually. I got the vote. What vote? Keep your voice down. Keep walking on the company street. I sound out a vote in your name. We're shoving off from Valley High in 45 minutes.
No, we're not. I've got this, Captain Brack.
Lieutenant, what are you doing to me? I signed out this vote in your name.
And you're just the man to go back and cancel. Forget the whole thing, okay?
Lieutenant, you and I are going on a road trip, whether you like it or not.
We've got some dope on your Frenchman. Marie Louise Island moved out here about 16 years ago. Lived with a Polynesian woman for about 5 years. 2 kids by her. She died. Now, here's one thing we've got to clear up. Seems he left France in a hurry. Killed a guy. What do you think of that?
Might be a handy man to have around.
Hey,
Miss Forbush here? Good. Tell her to come in. No, we haven't got time for her to change into a uniform. Tell her to come in. Come in, Miss Forbush.
Captain Brackett, please excuse the way
You look
I...
fine. May I present Commander Harbison?
I have the pleasure of meeting Miss Forbush twice a week. We serve together in the GI Entertainment.
May I also present Lieutenant Joseph Cape, Miss Forbush. Have a seat, Miss Forbush. How's the Thanksgiving entertainment coming along?
Very well, thank you, sir. We practice whenever we can get a chance.
About a week ago, you had lunch with a French planter, Emile Quebec.
Yes, sir.
What do you know about him?
Well, what do I know about him?
That's right.
Well, he was at the officers' club dance. He was there, and I met him. And then later I had lunch with him.
Yes. Now, what kind of a man is he?
Well, he's nice, he's kind, he's attractive. I don't know what you want to know, sir.
What Captain Brackett wants to know is, did you discuss politics?
No, sir.
Would you have discussed politics, Commander? Now, what we are specifically interested in is, well, when these fellows come from France, it's generally because they've had some trouble. Has he told you anything about that? What do you know about his family?
He has no family, no wife, nobody.
He hasn't any children?
No, sir.
And you say he's never told you why he left France?
Yes, sir. He killed a man.
Did he tell you why?
No, but he will if I ask him.
Well, Mr. Forbush, that's exactly what we'd like to have you do. Find out as much as you can about him. His background, his opinions, and why he killed this man in France.
In other words, you want me to spy on him?
I'm afraid it is something like that.
Why? Do you suspect him of something?
No, it's just, we don't know very much about it, and will you help us, Miss Bowles?
I'll try.
Thank you. You may go now if you wish.
I really don't know that much about him, do I?
He's kept a few secrets from her, hasn't he?
Well, you don't spring a couple of Polynesian kids on a woman right off the bat.
You're right, we're not gonna get much out of her. She's obviously right.
I find that hard to believe, sir. They tell me he's a middle-aged man.
Cable, it is a common mistake for boys of your age and athletic ability to underestimate men who have reached their maturity.
I didn't mean so.
Now, Cable, I, myself, am over 50. I am a bachelor, but I do not, by any means, consider myself through. What's the matter, Bill?
Nothing, sir.
Okay, Grieser, see your child. You play bridge?
Yes, sir.
Got any money?
Yes, sir.
I'll take it from you.
Yes, sir.
What makes you so sure this mission won't work out?
Well, Marie Louise Island is 3 miles wide, 24 miles long. Let's say that every time they send out another message, they advance for the hill. Seems to me, looking at this thing
Realistically.
that they could last about a week.
Of course, it would be worth it if it were the right week.
Yeah?
With decent information, our side might get moving. Operation Alligator might get up its can.
Fine. Here it is, sir. I got it.
Okay, Bill, see you at Chow. See you at Chow, Bill.
Oh, see what Chow.
Got the address right?
Think so. It's the meal and butcher in 325 Euclid Avenue, Shaker Heights, Cleveland, Ohio.
That's right. I want to pack it myself.
Yes, sir.
Going to be snow?
Letter from home?
Oh, yeah. Do you ever get letters from your mother telling you everything you do is absolutely wrong?
No. My mother thinks everything I do is right. Of course, I don't tell her everything I do.
My mother is just so prejudiced
Against Frenchmen?
against anyone outside of Little Rock. She makes a big deal about two people having different backgrounds.
Ages?
No. Mother says older men are better for a girl than younger men.
She's been a discouraging day.
Do you agree with my mother about people having things in common? For instance, if the man likes symphony records, and she likes Dinah Shore, and he reads Marcel Proust, and she doesn't read anything at all, what do you think? Do you think my mother's right?
She might.
Well, I don't think she is.
Maybe she's not.
Goodbye, Lieutenant. You sure helped a lot.
Listen, you don't know so much about that guy. You better read that letter over 2 or 3 more times.
I'll show you I think a bad idea.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
I brought some hot water for her.
Hot water.
She likes to take me shampoo on Fridays.
Hello, Luther.
Oh, hello, Miss Burbage. I brought your hot water.
Oh, thank you. It'll do me some good to get the sand out of here.
Now, when you're ready for some extra water for rinsing, my bath cleaning session boys will take care of you. When you're ready for your shower, just pull this chain like you was pulling on a window shade. Well, I'll be around if you need me.
not get it started. Don't you think so too, Dinah?
Yes, I do.
You do? Well, I guess I do too. Well, don't look so dramatic about it. Things like this happen every day. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair and send him on his way. I'm gonna wave that man right out of my arms. I'm gonna wave that man right out of my arms. I'm gonna wave that man right out of my arms. Send him on his way. Don't try to pant it up. Tear it up, tear it up. Wash him out, dry him out, push him out, fly him out, and soothe him and let him know. Yeah, sister, I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair and send him on his way. If a man don't understand you, if you lie yourself to be, waste no time, make a change. Ride that man right up your range. Drum him out of the roll call and drum him out of your dreams. He got some different colors, give me roots for different moods. Waste no time, weep no more. Show him what the dollar's for. Drum him out of the roll call and drum him out of your dreams. You can't light a fire with no wood, no way. No, you can't make a butterfly strong. You can't fix an egg when it ain't quite good, and you can't fix a man when he's wrong. You can't put back a pill when it falls from a cloud, or sweeten up a plug when he starts turning sour. Oh no! Oh no! If his eyes get dull and fishy when you look for glints and gleams, waste no time, make a switch, drop him in the nearest ditch, drum him out of the roll call and drum him out of your dreams. Oh, I went and washed that man right out of my hair. Went and washed that man right out of my hair. Went and washed that man right out of my hair and sent him on his way. She went and washed that man right out of her hair. She went and washed that man right out of her hair. She went and washed that man right out of her hair and sent him on his way.
You never guessed that this was an evening gown, would you? We're only allowed to bring two. Only two I brought. Hello.
Hello. That song. Is it a new American song?
It's an American type of song. We kind of put in our own words. Where is everybody?
It is strange though American songs. In all of them, one either wishes to get rid of one's lover, or one weeps for a man one cannot have.
I suppose that's right.
I like the song that says, I love you, and you love me. And isn't that fine?
Yes, that's fine, Emil.
I'd love to know for you at the hospital. It was to ask you to my home for dinner next Friday.
Oh, Emil, I don't think I'll be able to come. I've got to.
I've invited my friends, the Planters' Colony.
Oh, a big party. Well, in that case, if I can't come, you won't miss me.
But it is for you. It is for my friends to meet you, and more important for you to meet them. To give you an idea of what your life would be like here. I want you to know more about me, how I live and think.
Know more about you?
Yes, you know very little about me.
Well, that's right. Would you sit down? Do you think about politics much? And if you do, well, what do you think about them?
Do you mean my political philosophy?
I think that's what I mean.
Well, to begin with, I believed in the free life, in freedom for everyone.
Like the Declaration of Independence?
It's a song. All men are created equal, isn't it?
Oh, Emil, do you really believe that?
Yes.
Well, thank goodness.
That is why I'm here. Why I killed the man.
Oh. I've been meaning to ask you about that, too. Well, I don't mean to pry into your private life by asking a lot of questions, but I always think it's funny why one person kills another person.
Of course, Nellie. That is where it's you. When I was a boy, I carried my heart in my hand. So when this man came to our town, though my father said he was good, I thought he was bad. I was young. He attracted all the mean and cruel people to him. Soon, he was running our town. He could do anything, take anything. I did not like that. I was young. I stood up in the public square and made a speech. I called upon everyone to stand with me against this man.
What did they do?
They walked away.
Why?
Because they saw him standing behind me. I turned, and he said to me, "I'm going to kill you now." We fought. I was never so strong. I knocked him to the ground, and when he fell, his head struck a stone, and I ran to the waterfront and joined the cargo boat. I didn't even know where it was going. Stepped off that boat into another world, where I am now, and where I want to stay. Nellie, will you marry me? There are so few days in our life, Nellie. The time I have with you now is precious. Have you been thinking?
I haven't been. One on the opposite
face them and argue their doubts away. Loudly I'll sing the flowers that spring. Gladly I'll stand on my two little feet and play. Love is a grand and a beautiful thing. I'm not ashamed to reveal the world famous feeling I feel. I'm as corny as Kansas in August. I'm as normal as blueberry pie. No more a smart little girl with no heart. I am probably a wonderful guy. I am in a conventional dither with a conventional star in my eye. And if you'll know there's a lump in my throat when I speak of that wonderful guy. I'm as tried and as gay as a daisy, a negligee coming true. I'm romantic and dry as a moon, happy night, morning light on the dew. I'm as corny as Kansas in August, high as the flag on the 4th of July. If you'll excuse the expression I use, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with a wonderful guy.
Before you give us your answer, I want to impress you with 3 things. First, you are a civilian, and you don't have to go. There's no way of our making you go. Second, this is a very dangerous mission, and there's no guarantee that you'll survive, or that it will do any good. Third, that it might do a great good. It might be the means of turning the tide of war in this area.
Yeah, I understand all these things.
Are you ready to give us your answer?
Yes, I am. My answer must be no. When a man faces death, he must weigh his values very carefully. He must weigh the sweetness of his life against the things he is asked to die for. The probability of death is great for both of us, Lieutenant. And I'm not certain that what I believe is...
We're asking you to help us beat the Jacks. It's as simple as that. We're against the Jacks.
I know what you are against. What are you for? When I was 22, I thought the world hated bullies as much as I did. I was foolish. I killed one. I was forced to flee to an island. Since then, I have asked no help from anyone or any country. I have seen these bullies multiply and grow strong. The world sat by and watched.
Come on, Pape. Be honest. Aren't you just a guy in love with the girl, and you're putting her above everything else in the world?
Yes, I do care about my life with her more than anything else in the world. This I believe in. This I am sure of. This I have. I cannot risk to lose it. Good day, gentlemen.
He's an honest man, but he's wrong. Of course, we can't guarantee the better world if we win. Point is, we can be sure it'll be worse if we lose, can't we? Well, can't we?
Of course. See you tomorrow.
What else could possibly go wrong today?
Commander Harbison, the old man walked right on me with all these orders to be signed. There's another delegation of French planters here complaining about that stolen pig, the one the Seabees took at barbecue. And Commander
All right. I'll take care of it.
Well, all right, sir.
Well, what should I do? yet tonight?
No, take a couple days off to unwind.
Unwind?
Sure, take a boat, go fishing.
Boat?
You can't.
Look, Phyllis, I didn't come over here to Valley High to see anybody cut any boar's teeth out.
Wait. It ain't the cutting of the boar's tooth exactly, it's what comes afterwards.
Lieutenant, I take you with me. Come, you have a good time. Phyllis, Marcel take you to boar's tooth ceremony. Lieutenant come later. I take you with me. Come, Lieutenant, you have a good time. You wait.
There's no one around here.
You wait, Lieutenant.
What's going on, Mary? What? Who is she?
You like?
Who is she?
Liat. Liat. It's French name.
Leah.
But she no French girl. She Turkish like me. We are very pretty people, no?
Do you speak English?
Only a few words. She talk French. Français.
Je parle français.
Moi? Are you afraid of me? But you're just a kid. How did that Bloody Mary get you to come here? I don't get it. C'est vieille femme. Votre ami? Your mother? Bloody Mary's your mother? But she didn't tell me.
No, no.
Just the boat, all right? Let them wait. I touch your hand and my arms grow strong. Like a pair of birds that burst with song. My eyes look down at your lovely face, and I hold the world in my embrace. Younger than springtime are you, softer than starlight are you. Warmer than wings of June are the gentle lips you gave me. Gayer than laughter are you, sweeter than music are you. Angel than love that heaven are you to me. And when your youth and joy invade my arms and fill my heart as now they do. Then, younger than springtime angel land more heaven and earth them all with you.
Ring the bell again. Ring the bell again. I'll take another one of those.
He'd be here soon. Don't worry, Billis.
Hey, Mary, please tell us guys at the Borscht ceremony not to be mad at me. If I would have known that was a religious dance, I wouldn't have got up and danced with those girls. Oh, here he comes. Hurry up. Here he comes.
It's gonna be my son-in-law! Goodbye, coming soon! Valley High, coming soon! Bonsoir.
Merci, Emile.
Merci de quoi?
Paul maintenant,
À bientôt, Valley High.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Non, non, Nelly, en français, en français.
Enchanté de faire votre connaissance.
Bonsoir, Debec.
Emile, you know I can't stay. I've got to get that Jeep back. I stole it. Or rather, I borrowed it. Or rather, a fellow stole it for me. A wonderful man named Billis. I'll have to sneak around the hospital as it is.
in that case, I forbid you to go. If you have to sneak back without anyone seeing you, you might just as well sneak back later.
You're absolutely right. I've never had such a wonderful time in my whole life. All those wonderful people. And that little old man who spoke French with me. It made me believe that he actually understood me. And that exciting native couple who danced with him. Oh, this is so different from Little Rock! So what on earth are you laughing at? Am I being
Oh,
silly?
no.
Yes, I am. But you know why? It's because
I'm in love with a wonderful guy. I have made a conventional dither with the conventional star in my eye. And if you'll know there's a lump in my throat when I speak of that wonderful guy. I'm as tried and as gay as a daisy and cliche coming true. I'm romantic and bright as a moon, happy night full of night on the dew. I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love with the
I'm in love, and the girl that I love, she thinks I'm a wonderful guy.
I'm exhausted.
I'll get us something to drink.
This is how it feels, living on a hillside.
Here we are, just like two old married people. I guess I've gone home and we're all alone.
This is what I need. This is what I longed for. Someone young and smiling here upon my hill.
Emile, you know my mother says we have nothing in common. But she's wrong. We have something very important in common. Very much in common.
Yes, we're both in love.
Yes, more than that. We're the same kind of people fundamentally, you and me. We appreciate things. We get enthusiastic about things. You know, it's really quite exciting when two people are like that. We're not blasé.
night optimists.
I hear the human race is falling on its way.
And hasn't very far to go.
But every whippoorwill is selling me a bill and telling me it just ain't so.
I could say life is just a ball of jello, and appear more intelligent and smart, but I'm stuck like a dope with a thing called hope, and I can't get it out of my heart. Not this Nellie, I have a surprise for you. You sit over here. Close your eyes, no peeking. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my head. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my head. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my head and send him on his way.
Oh, that's wonderful, Emil.
Ah, bien.
Oh, you're the cutest things I ever saw in my whole life. What are your names? Oh, you probably can't understand a word I'm saying. But oh my goodness, you're so cute.
Nellie, I want you to meet Ngana and Jerome. Ngana and Jerome, Nellie. Mon nom, Ali, V.
Bonsoir, Nelly. Bonsoir, bonsoir. Oh, aren't they adorable? With those big black eyes staring at you out of sweet little faces. Are they Henry?
They're mine.
Oh, of course. They look exactly like you, don't they? And where do you hide your mother?
She's dead, Nellie.
Is she? Emil, they are yours.
Yes, Nellie, I'm her father.
And their mother, she was a
Polynesian. And she was beautiful, Nellie. And charming, too.
But you and she.
I want you to know I have no apologies. I came here as a young man. I lived as I could.
Of course.
But I have not been selfish. No woman has ever hated me or tried to hurt me.
No one would ever want to hurt you, Emil. Oh dear, look at the time. I promised to give the Jeep back by.
Don't go now, Nellie. I'll drive you home.
You'll do no such thing. Besides, I couldn't leave the Jeep here. I've got to get it back by.
Don't go now, Nellie. Don't go yet, please.
Oh, this is awful. I'll never be able to face the girls at the hospital. You should see the way they look at you when you come in late. I'll call you, Emil, or I'll come by tomorrow. Oh no, I'm teaching the girls a dance, and we want to rehearse night and day. But after that, oh, thank you for tonight, Emil. It was a wonderful party, and you're the perfect host. Goodbye. Please don't go to the Jeep, please.
Nellie, I love you. Do you hear me, Nellie? I love you.
I love you too. Honestly, I do. Please let me go, please. Genevieve Marshall, and Janet McGregor. The beautiful Scotleys were executed by Cora McRae and Pamela Whitmore. The skillful tap dances were Connie Woloski and Lisa Minnelli. The cartwheels were done by Sue Yeager and Betty Noonan. And the wonderful handstand was by George Watts, Carpenter's mate, 3rd class.
A 2nd class.
And incidentally, this whole show was choreographed by Ensign Nellie Forbush. Now, the next is most unusual treat, an exhibition of weightlifting done by Marine Staff Sergeant Thomas Hessinger.
Hey, lights!
Hey, lights go, Phyllis.
Phyllis, what the heck happened to the lights?
It's a generator. It's run out of gas.
Switch over to the other one.
Mike, get on the truck lights.
Stay in your seats, everybody. Nothing's wrong except the lights went out.
Hey, watch where you're going.
Well, how can I watch when I can't see?
Run in a minute. Well, they got the truck lights on. That's something.
Weightlifting act got started.
Good. What I don't understand is how some guys ain't got the artistic imagination to put some gas in a generator so a show can be a success. Especially when they're on the committee.
Hey, you're on the committee too. Why didn't you tell us it wasn't gassed up?
Look, I'm acting in the show, and I'm stage manager and producer. I can't do everything, can I?
You're hopeless.
Look, jerk, I got a production on my hands. How's weightlifting act going?
I can't tell. Nobody's clapping.
Nobody's clapping. It ain't going good. Think.
You was the one hired to think.
Pardon, do you know where I can find Miss Forbush?
She's on stage right now. She's the MC. She can't talk to no one right now. Do you want me to take the flowers to her?
No, I'd prefer to give them to her myself.
Are you Mr. DeBeck?
Yes?
Look, Mr. DeBeck, do me a favor and don't try to see her tonight.
Why?
Well, we got her in a good mood tonight, and I don't want anything to upset her again.
She has been upset.
Upset? She's asked for a transfer to another island. Just the other day, she busted out crying in the middle of rehearsal. She said she couldn't go on with the show. She wouldn't have either unless Captain Brackett came up and told her how important it was at the base. So do us all a favor. Don't try to see her tonight.
She has asked for a transfer?
Don't tell her I told you. Nobody's supposed to know.
I must see her tonight.
Now look, at least out of sight until after the show. I'll take the flowers too.
Phyllis! Phyllis!
Lieutenant Cable?
Shh! Lieutenant Cable's supposed to be over in his bed at the hospital.
You have not been well?
I'm okay now. Fever gone. They can't hold me in that place any longer. I'm looking for a guy named Phillips, a great guy for getting boats. I need a boat right now. I've got to get to my island.
What?
That island over there with 2 volcanoes on it. You ever been over there?
Why, yes,
I sail over there every morning till this darn malaria stopped me. Have you sailed over early in the morning with the warm rain playing across your face? Oh no. I'm beginning to see her again like I saw her last night.
On there, say Louis.
I thought I was dreaming.
No.
What are you doing over here?
She come in big white boat. Bigger than your boat. Well, I'm Jacques Barret. He went to Mariliat. You know him. He is white man and very rich.
Is that the old planter you told me about? The one who drinks? You can't let her marry a man like that.
Okay, then you marry her.
Don't you understand? He's sick. Lieutenant Cable, I'm worried about you. You are ill. Will you allow me to see you back to the hospital?
You're worried about me? That's funny. The fellow who says he lives on an island all by himself. He doesn't worry about anybody. Japs, Americans, Germans, anyone. Why pick out me to worry about?
I'm sorry, Lieutenant Cable. Excuse me.
I have been referred to as Old Iron Belly.
Once or twice, hard known that.
Now, I resent that very much, because I have already chosen that as my private name for our executive officer, Commander Harbison. Take a bow, Commander. I want you all to know that both old Iron Bellies sat here tonight and had a great time. And I just want to thank that hard-working committee of nurses and CVs who made these costumes out of rope and mosquito nets, comic books and newspapers, and thought up all these jokes and these grand songs. And I just want to say, on this Thanksgiving Day, to all of them, from all of us, thank you. And now, I'd like to ask Commander Harbison to announce the next act, which is the finale for the Thanksgiving entertainment.
The next and last will be a song sung by Buns and Butch Forbush. And that siren of the choral sea, gorgeous, voluptuous, and petite, Mademoiselle Lutheria Billis.
Come on, girl.
My doll is dainty as a sparrow. Her figure is something to applaud. Where she's narrow, she is narrow as an arrow. And she's broad, where a broad should be broad. 101 pounds of fun, that's my little honey bun. Get a load of honey bun tonight. I'm speaking of my sweetie pie, only 60 inches high. Every inch is packed with dynamite. Her hair is blonde and curly. The lips are lips, the color is truly and really. She's my baby and I'm her pet. I'm her movie, she's my trap. I am caught in so much fun 'cause I'm having so much fun with honey bun. 101 pounds of fun, that's my little honey bun. Get a load of honey bun tonight. I'm speaking of my sweetie pie, only 60 inches high. Every inch is packed with dynamite. Her hair is blonde and curly, her curls are hurly-burly. The lips are lips, the color hits, truly and really. She's my baby and I'm her pet. I'm her movie, she's my trap.
I am caught and I don't want to run.
'Cause I'm having so much fun with honey bun. And that's the finish. It's time to come on, how much time is it? We hope you liked us. We hope that when you leave you'll see and come to the best of. Enjoy your dinner, each and every one.
Say me some turkey.
And put your trust and dressing on a honey bun.
What do you think of the show tonight? It's Stuckey.
Oh, Luther, you really are a honey bun. These beautiful flowers. I needed someone to think of me tonight. I appreciate it, Luther. You don't know how much.
Miss Forbush, I would like you to know I consider you the most wonderful woman in the entire world. Even considering the fact you're an officer now. But I couldn't go on being such a heels and let you think that I thought you could give those flowers.
But you did give them to me, and I...
Here's the note that came with it. Are you alright, Miss Forbush? I'll be around here in the area if you need me. Just sing out.
What's the matter, Nellie, the nurse? Having diplomatic difficulties with France?
Joe Cable, who let you out of that hospital?
Me? Okay.
You're trying to get over to Valley High, to that little girl you told me about, aren't you?
Liat. I've just seen her for the last time, I guess. I love her, yet I just heard myself saying I can't marry her. What's wrong with me, Nellie? What kind of guy am I anyway?
There's nothing wrong, Joe. I've been meaning to call you, but
You have asked for a transfer. Why? What does this mean?
I'll explain it to you tomorrow. I've got to go.
No, now. What does it mean, Nellie?
It means I can't marry you. Do you understand me? I can't marry you.
Nellie, because of my children?
No, it's not because of your children.
It is their Polynesian mother then? Their mother and I?
Yes, it isn't as if I could give you a reason, because there is no reason. This is something that's emotional. It's something that is born in me.
It is not. I do not believe it is born in you.
Then why do I feel the way I do? All I know is I can't help it. I just can't help it. Explain how you feel, please, Joe. Dinah, are you ready? Yes, Molly. Then I'll go with you.
What makes her talk like that? Why do you have this feeling, you and she? I do not believe it is born in you. I do not believe it.
It's not born in you. It happens after you're born. You've got to be taught to hate and fear. You've got to be taught from year to year. It's got to be drawn in your dear little will. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be taught to be afraid of people whose eyes are broadly made and people whose skin is a different shade. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be taught before it's too late, before you are safe so celebrate to hate all the people your relatives hate. You've got to be carefully taught. You've got to be carefully taught.
This is just the kind of ugliness I was running away from. It has followed me all this way, all these years. And now it has found me.
Yes, sir. If I get out of this thing alive, I'm coming right back here. All I care about is right here.
And all you care about is here. This is a good place to be. And all you care about has been taken away from you. There is no place. I came so close to it. So close. One dream in my heart. One love to be living for. One love to be living for. This nearly was mine. One girl for my dreams. One partner in paradise. This promise of paradise. This nearly was mine. Close to my heart she came.
consider going up with me to Marie Louise Island? I mean, now that we've got so much to lose, I think we can do a good job, you and I. You know, back home when I used to get in a jam, I used to go hunting. That's what I think I'll do now. Good hunting up there on Marie Louise. Jap carriers, cargo boats, troop ships. Big game. When I go up, what side of the island should I land on?
The south side.
Why?
There is a cove there, and rocks. I've sailed in behind these rocks many times.
Could a submarine get in between those rocks without being observed?
Yes, if you know the channel.
After I land, what will I do?
You will get in touch with two of my friends, Baisal and Anato. Wonderful hunters. They will hide us in the hills.
Us? Are you going with me?
Yes, you are too young to be out there alone. Let's go and find Captain Brackett.
Wait till Brackett hears this. He'll jump out of his skin.
I would like to see this kind of a jump. Come on.
What was that? What was that? What was that?
That was nothing, sir.
It sounded to me like someone trying to send a message. It sounded like code.
That wasn't code, sir. That sound you just heard was the contraction of the tin rope. It's the metal cooling off at night. If you want, I'll let you know.
No, that's okay. I don't want to end your problems.
Yes, sir.
We ought to be getting a message by now. We ought to be getting a message, that's all. They'd have had time to land and set up some kind of an observation post by now, don't you think so? Oh.
Captain Brackett,
What is it, Bill? Don't bother me now, I'm very busy.
it's about this CV out here, sir, Billis. Commander Friggins over at Operations estimates that Billis' act this morning cost the Navy over $600,000.
$600! By God, I'm gonna chew that guy! Send him in here!
Sir,
The moment we get any word, let me know. No matter what I'm doing, just break right in.
Yes.
Captain Brackett, this is Lieutenant Buzz Adams from Freedom Mission.
Hi, Adams. One man like you in an outfit is like a rotten apple in a barrel. Just what did you feel like? Sitting down there in your little rubber boat in the middle of Empress Augusta Bay. And how do you fall out of a PBY anyway?
Well, sir, the Japan aircraft blew a hole in the side of the plane, and I fell through. The wind just sucked me out.
So I'm to understand that you deliberately hid in the baggage compartment of a plane that you knew was taking off on a very dangerous mission. You had sane enough to do that, all right. And then, the moment an anti-aircraft gun hit the plane, you fell out. The wind just sucked you out. You and your little parachute. I don't think you fell out, Billis. I think you jumped out. Which did you do?
Well, sir, it was kind of half and half. Yeah, if you get the picture.
This is one of the most humiliating things that has ever happened to me. Adams, when did you discover he was on the plane?
Well, sir, we've been out for about an hour. It's still dark enough. Well, we were flying across the Marie Louise. When the Japan aircraft spotted us, made that hit. That's when Luther, or this fellow here, that's when he left the ship. I circled once, time enough to drop him over the boat. Some New Zealanders and P-40 spotted him, though, and kept circling. Well, I flew across the island, and then alongside this sub and dropped young freshman off. By the time we got back to the other side of the island, our Navy planes were flying in the air above the sky like a big swarm of bees. There must have been 55 or 60 planes.
62.
You're not far off, Adams. Hardison tells me this thing cost the Navy about $600,000.
600,000.
What are you so happy about?
I'm sorry, I was just thinking about my uncle. Remember that uncle I was telling you about? She used to tell my old man I'd never be worth a dime. He was crazy slot machines. Can you imagine?
What would make you do a thing like this, Billis? Why did you do it?
Well, sir, a man gets to feeling kind of held down. You know, you gotta keep on moving. If you're itching to take a trip and pick up a few souvenirs, you gotta kind of horn in, if you get the picture.
How did you know about it?
I didn't know about Hey, just when I heard Lieutenant Cable talking to that fellow Beck, I knew something was in the air. A project. That's what I like, Captain. Projects. Don't you?
Phyllis, you've broken every regulation in the book. And by God, Captain Beckett, I gotta throw it at you.
Sir, Mad Barchin, my co-pilot watched this whole thing, you know, and he thinks it's this fellow Billis down there in the northern boat. All those planes flying over him. Kind of called it diversionary action. All those planes, while the sub was sliding into that boat, they're depositing Joe and Frenchman in behind those rocks.
Well, what do you want me to do? Give this guy a Bronze Star?
I don't want no Bronze Star, Captain. But what I could use is a little freedom. You know, a little room to swing around in, if you know what I mean. If you get the picture.
Get out of here!
Yes, sir.
Get out of here!
Yes, sir.
Well, Iron Belly, what would you have done?
I just wanted him in the brig. And I will, too, if it goes to the chance. Captain Beckett.
And so we are here. This is our first chance to send news to you. We have made contact with former friends of mine. We have set up quarters in a mango tree. No room, but a lovely view. First the weather, rain clouds over Bougainville, the treasuries, and New Georgia. We expect rain in this region from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Pardon? Oh, my friend Joe corrects me. 0900 to 1400. And now a military expert, Joe.
All you Navy, Marine, and Army pilots, write this down. Surface craft, 19 troop barges headed down the bottleneck, speed about 11 knots. Ought to pass Benica at about 2000 tonight, escorted by heavy warships. There ought to be some way to knock off a few peaks. As for aircraft, there's little indication of activity at the moment.
Oh boy, where are you going? Don't want to miss that takeoff. We're going waves tonight. Waves.
Sit down, Bill. You know what I like, Bill? Projects. Don't you?
Zeros have moved in from Bougainville. Their course is approximately 23 degrees. Undoubtedly, heavy bombers will follow. Here's the hot tip for today. Joe Cable and I have sighted 20 surface craft heading southeast. If you send troops now and surprise them, you will have no trouble overtaking them. To back out.
Sir, you just have to tell us something sometime. She hasn't seen him for 2 weeks. She might as well know it now.
All right, send her in. Send her in. I always have to do all the tough jobs.
Captain Beckett, I know this isn't regular, but it's about Emil de Beck. Well, I went to his house about a week ago to have lunch with him. Well, you know how people have arguments, and then days later you figure out something to say? Well, I went to his house, but he wasn't there. I asked his children where he went. Oh, he has 2 little children. But they didn't seem to know where he'd gone. Or at least I think that's what they said. They only speak French. Then tonight, while I was working on the ward at the hospital, we have a lot of fighter pilots over there. The boys were knocked out in a convoy yesterday. Well, they normally talk about wingovers and things, and I normally don't listen, but tonight, they were talking about a Frenchman. How a Frenchman said this, and how a Frenchman said that. And I was wondering about this Frenchman. Could it be my Frenchman?
Yes, Miss Britsch. I couldn't tell you before, but, well, as a matter of fact, if you wait a few minutes, you can hear his voice.
His voice, where is he?
With Lieutenant Cable, behind enemy lines.
Behind enemy lines?
Hello. Hello, my friends and allies. My message today must be brief and sad. Lieutenant Cable, my friend Joe, died last night. He died from wounds he received 3 days ago. I will never know a finer man. I wish he could have told you the good news. The Japanese are pulling out, and there is great confusion. Our guess is that the Japs will try to evacuate troops from Cape Esperance tonight. You may not hear from us for several days. We must move again. 2 planes are overhead. They are looking for us, we think. We believe that. What? Goodbye.
Is that all? Can't you get them back?
No, sir. They've been cut off.
Oh, poor little Joe Cable. Captain Reagan, do you think there'll ever be a chance to see Amelia back again? And if you don't, will you please tell me?
There's a chance. Of course there's a chance.
I didn't know he was going.
Of course not. How could he tell me? Now, don't blame Emil's attack. He's okay. He's a wonderful guy. He has got a chance, hasn't he, Bill? Of course. There's always a chance. Come on, Bill. Let's get out.
Please don't die until I can tell you. I know what counts now. You. All those other things. The woman you had before. Her color. Oh, what a piffle. What a pinhead it was. Come back so I can tell you. Please don't die until I tell you. All that matters is you and I being together. It's all. The way it was supposed to be the first time we met. Remember? Remember? Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, when you hear for you cross the clouds, then fly to the skies and make it your own. Or all through your life you daydream on. Please don't die, Emil, please. Miss Nurse, who are you? Where's the town paper? Who are you? I'm Mother Leat. Who? Leat. She won't marry no one but the town king. Oh, my darling.
All right, now, hear this. All those outfits that are waiting for loading, please keep in position. We'll get to you as soon as your ship is ready for you.
Hey, Phyllis, what do you say we head back? Our gang's about a mile back down the beach, and suppose they call our names.
Yeah, they might be ready for us to go aboard.
This is the Navy. They won't be ready for hours yet. Look at that beach, swarming with thousands of guys waiting to go home. All jerks. Hey, Marine.
Yeah?
You booked on one of those LCTs?
I guess so. What?
They'll shake the belly off of you now. $5 and you can have it.
What is it?
Seasick remedy. You'll be needing it.
Oh, knock it off. Who you trying to fool? We all have it.
These Marines are getting smarter every day.
All right. Stay with your own unit. Ensign, you two, for heaven's sake, don't get spread out over here. We're trying to get this thing organized as quickly as possible. So for God's sake, stay with your own outfit. Say, Stevie, you belong down beach.
Excuse me, sir. Can you tell me where to find Captain Brackett, sir?
He's at the head of Company Street. He'll be along any minute now.
Thank you. That's all, sir.
All right. Stay with your own unit. How many times have I told you?
Oh, hello, Miss McGregor. Are you nurses going too?
Only a few of us. We're gonna fly back some wounded.
Is Miss Corbush going with you?
I don't know. She may be staying here at the hospital.
Say, Miss McGregor, you don't get airsick, do you? I was figuring if you got $3 handy, you might be able to use this.
Oh, that stuff's so good. We gave that up last month.
That's a female jerk. Oh, excuse me, sir.
Who's that?
Billis, sir. Luther Billis.
What do you want, Phyllis? We're about to move out.
Yes, sir, I know. But I'd like to do a favor for Miss Forbush, sir. I was wondering, is anything being done to rescue the Frenchman off that island? Stuckey, the professor, being hereby volunteered in such an activity. A triple diversionary action. Well, I got enough to get him on there. Now, you can drop us in 3 rubber boats on 3 different sides of the island. Confuse the heck out of the Japs. Get the picture?
That's very fine, Willis. But you're too late for diversionary action. That started this morning before the sun came up. Operation Alligator got underway. Landings were made on 14 Japanese held islands.
I think that's very unfair, sir. The first thing they should have done was try to rescue that Frenchman.
Yeah, no agrees with you, Willis. But Marie-Louise was the first island that was hit.
Did they get it? Is he okay?
We don't know. Lieutenant Buzz Adams went up there to find out. He hasn't come back yet. But if the Frenchman's dead, it is unfair. Too bad as part of this huge operation, we couldn't have saved one of the 2 men who made it all possible.
Look at the beach. As far as I can see, there's men waiting to board ships. The whole picture of the South Pacific has changed. We're going the other way.
Captain Baxter, the launch ready to take your ship.
You got a ship, sir?
Yes, Commander Harbison and I got a ship. I'm no longer a lousy island commander. Come on, Bill.
Goodbye, Commander Harbison.
Bye, Willis. Oh, by the way, I never did get you in the brig, did I?
Nope.
Well, I forgot.
Forgot what, sir?
Your unit will be on our ship. I'll be seeing all of you. Get the picture?
All right, let's start those trucks moving out. All units on the company stream ready to load you. All nurses aboard assigned planes. Steve Easton Block and carry sit. Reach the bull LTCs. Any questions? Move out.
And the little ones are destroyers. Or cruisers. I can never tell the difference. And what on earth are those? C-40s. Oh, that's right. I forgot. They're all moving out, you see, because there's been a big change. There's only a few of us that are staying. Do you understand anything I just told you? Vous ne comprenez pas?